for completing the square, when we look at the first expression with the x squared in this quadratic equation, is it got a coefficient of 1? Yes, it's just x squared. And then I'm just going to arrange and bring the other term to the towards this side of the equation here, so that I can write the whole equation equal to 0. I need to take the half of the middle term. Okay, so I'm going to write 4 upon 5x. Now half I can do a working separately somewhere in my working column. Okay, it turns out that it's 2 upon 5. So I'm going to add half of that value and I'm going to square it, and I'm going to take the same value and square it but subtract it, because my net value will be 0. I'm not going to change the equation. When I add and subtract the same values, the net effect is 0. So I'm not actually changing the equation here. So now just put it as an identity. Remember, there's a minus here. Okay, so I'm going to put a minus here. And 2 2's, I'm expanding that bracket with 2 upon 5 squared. It becomes 4 upon 25. Okay, now let me just sort of evaluate these fractions. Okay, both are minus. Of course, I'm going to add them. It'll be a minus sign. I'm just taking LCMs. You need your calculators to complete it. That's 1. Okay, I'm just going to copy here. So once you've done your calculations, okay, which is 44 minus 25 upon, which is 275 here. Just use my calculator. So I'm just adding 44 and 25, which is 69. Okay, now you know what to do, because you want to get your numbers onto the other side of the equation, to the right side, so that you can start completing this method and solve and get the value for x. So now, so remember on the other side, it becomes plus 275 was minus here. We can't find the square root of a negative number, remember. Okay, so if that's some error you make and if you write a minus here, that's not going to work out. Okay, you cannot get the square root of a negative number, so you just check your working. Okay, now I'm going to take square root of both the sides of the expression, so I can remove the square from the bracket. So therefore, and I'm going to put plus and minus, because square root can give you a plus and a negative sign. And then what do we do? So you take square root . So that's plus minus 0.5009. I've just copied it from my calculator, and 2 upon 5, I'll just write it as 0.4, so I can use decimal numbers. So then when you solve it, one with the plus sign, or the other solve, you can solve it second time with a negative value. Okay, and what do you get? I'm just going to show it to you. All right, so x minus 0.4 is here, and then x will be 0.5 plus 0.4, so that's 0.9009. All right, or for the second value of x is equal to minus 0.5009. So when you take, just make sure you are copying and writing the correct sign. So I'm going to subtract both, and I'll be left with 0.1, but with a negative sign, and that's it. So these are the two answers I get, and with a negative sign, because it's minus 0.5, which is, okay, there's more of a negative, okay, it's minus 0.5 and plus 0.4. So that was it. So let me just quickly show you once again from the beginning. Yeah, I'm just going to go in the beginning here. Okay, and let's say, all right, here you go.